Yes, can I speak with Tom Mabe?
Who's calling?
Well, this is Mike Stewart with Network. You've been selected to receive a complete digital satellite system for free. With this, you're going to...
Let me ask you something. Did you know Tom Mabe? Were you a friend of his?
No, I'm not. I'm just calling to...
Hold that thought. Hold on 1 second, all right? Hey, guys, get really good pictures of the body. Yeah, and dust everything down for prints. Mike, you there?
Yeah.
Let me bring you up to speed. You've actually called a murder scene. Mr. Mabe is no longer with us. I'm Officer Clark. I'm conducting a homicide investigation. I want to ask you a series of questions. First of all, what was the nature of the business you had with Tom Mabe?
I had no business with him. I'm sorry to bother.
No, hey, hold on. Look, I want to ask you to stay on the phone. This call's already been traced, and we may need you to come in for further questioning. Just,
See, you don't understand. I'm just calling on...
No, look, you don't understand. Unless you want to be charged with obstruction of justice, it's imperative you keep your ass on the phone, Mike.
Well, how about you just talk with my supervisor then?
No, look, we'll get your supervisor in a second here. First of all, give me your whereabouts.
I'm at work.
You're at work?
Yes.
You being a smartass?
No, sir.
Let me put it to you this way, Mike. Say I wanted to mail your ass a letter. What would I have to write on the outside of that envelope to ensure the mailman would deliver it right to your ass? Geographically speaking, Mike, where is work?
47 West Street.
Hold on, that's 47-8?
Yes, sir.
Mike, hold on 1 second, all right?
Yes.
Get the Little Police Department Homicide Division on the phone. Give him this information. Tell him he's being sought in connection with a fatal shooting and aggravated robbery. Mike, how did you know Mr. Mabe again?
Well, wait, you're calling the Littleton Police Department? I'm hundreds of miles away. I don't even know the guy. I'm in Colorado.
Don't let that scare you. That's just a formality. I mean, have you ever been to his place of residence?
No.
All right, and tell me again, Mike, where were you last night between the hours of 8 and 10?
I'm not feeling real comfortable about any of this.
Have you even ever spoken with Mr. Mabe, Mike?
No, I haven't. I don't even know the guy. That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Okay, just calm down. Hold on. Look, just back up. I got one more question for you, Mike. As you well know, I'm sure, Mr. Mabe was a flaming homosexual. And there's no easy way of asking it. I don't want to embarrass you or nothing, but were you his gay lover?
What? No. What the hell kind of a question?
Look. If gay is your way, that's okay. I still know there's a lot of you gay people in the closet. I'm not saying I haven't thought about myself, you know. Say I was in Las Vegas or something, a couple drinks, cute little Mexican midget.
This is ridiculous.
Caleb?
Like Atlas, cock jokes, bomb jokes, titties and beer. Took your head back, let them shit in your ear. Big old dick jokes, fake ass tit hoes. Better get the pants diarrhea like shit, folks. Ain't no stopping, can't stop whenever it. Two dumb fucks, Stenny and Z, making this show so damn free. It don't cost money, I hope you think that it's funny. Oh, maybe you don't, apparently. You'll have to stay tuned to wait and see. A Liberty Left Time with Stenny and Z. Fuck you uncensored Harambe.
Welcome, everybody, to this week's episode of A Liberty Lap Time with Stenny and Z. January 19th. So sorry it's been so long since we've been with you guys, but we brought a great show. We got all kinds of headlines. See, what are we talking about this week?
Oh, man, we got a couple of VA debacles. One of those is going to be a follow-up to a story we've done a long time ago. Jeez, what else? Got a story about thanks. The upswing in porn traffic after the Hawaiian false alarm.
Oh, that was some crazy shit, man. We're talking about that a little bit, I think.
Florida man so drunk he's passes out at a bank and thinks he's at a Taco Bell.
Nice. Hero.
China is being slammed because They've been introducing women-only, oversized, pink parking spaces.
That's I get it.
It's a great idea.
It's kind of a good idea.
Got some Florida cops caught disconnecting a person's private surveillance system at their house.
Weird.
Oh, I don't like it.
I'm sure they had a great reason.
Oh, yeah. Their chief goes into all of that.
You know, they're
all of this and more.
Terrorist at the home.
All this and more.
All this and more. Thank you.
Coming in your face.
Oh, man. So sorry, everybody. It's been a crazy 3 weeks. That's why we haven't put out a show.
Holidays and all kinds of stuff.
We have families and jobs and shit, and not enough Patreon subscribers to be able to counter that. So if you want more from us, feel free to subscribe on Patreon. Last week, I think, what did we talk about? Not last week, but last time we aired a show, we were talking about our love for Trump and how he wasn't so bad. Not so bad, right?
I still think he's not so bad.
3 days later, he launches a tweet threatening nuclear war.
I like the choice of words there. He launches a tweet just like that fucking nuke with his big ballsy button.
Trump's not so bad. Here's Trump on Twitter. Nuclear war is a joke. You know, most presidents...
Do you think Trump had a custom button installed?
Yeah, one with little gold sparkles.
No, it probably looks like a pair of boobs or something.
No, it's not a button. You squeeze it. Yeah. No, it's a pussy.
He's got to grab.
You got to grab the pussy to make the nuclear war start.
Well, let's hope that with his tiny hands, he doesn't have the dexterity to squeeze it hard enough to launch the nukes.
I mean,
that's the only thing we can hope at this point, right?
Well, I think it's fair to say that something's wrong with him after that tweet, because I mean, when you're given the power to just end life on Earth, when you have that power to just whatever it is that we're doing here stops, you can do that. You have that power. That should make you kind of like weak in the knees.
I mean, it should
humble you. It
should
make you question yourself. To
be fair, he hasn't done it yet.
Yes, to be fair, yeah, he was just saber rattling, dude.
Yep.
Yeah, the nukes aren't a saber. That's not a saber.
Well,
nukes are nukes, man. It's
current,
not a saber.
It's current year, buddy. You gotta roll with the times. We don't use sabers anymore. We use big ballsy titty buttons.
If that happens, I mean, when those things start being taken lightly, like you that's not something you can take lightly, and he did. Not only did he take it lightly, but he joked about it over Twitter. For me, that's an all-stop. So I retract everything I said last episode. A lot can happen with Twitter, let me tell you. Now, let me ask you this, though. Now, why? I'm pretty sure a credible nuclear threat is against Twitter's terms of service agreement. If credible threats violate the terms of service of Twitter and will get you banned, well, I'm pretty sure a credible nuclear war threat should just be done with it, right?
I don't know if I would equate it with a threat.
Do I need to read the tweet to you?
Yeah, read it.
God damn it. I don't have it up. Everybody knows it. My button is bigger than yours. That tweet.
Yeah. It's a warning.
That's a what? Come on now. Tell me the difference between a threat and a warning.
In
terms of nuclear war.
I'm going to come over there and I'm going to blow you up with nukes. That's a threat. If you threaten me with nukes or do anything stupid, I will retaliate with nukes. That's a warning.
You shouldn't be talking about nukes on Twitter like that, man. It's not cool.
Well,
like everything stops, man.
Well, talking about Trump, did you want to do the 2017 Fake News Awards?
Fuck yes, I do.
Let's do it. 2017. God, the year of fake news.
I'm not saying Trump hasn't, he's about to shut down the government over this wall thing, right?
That's what they're saying.
That's going to make me like him again.
I think...
But those poor park rangers, though, Stenny.
See...
What about the park? How are people going to find their own way to the campsites? It'll be total fucking chaos.
Who are we going to give all these hats to? No, I was thinking about it not too long ago, and how many government shutdowns have we had during the tenure of our show?
One.
We're heading into this June will be 5 years doing
5
this show.
years of podcasting. Not this show, but of podcasting. Right?
It was basically the same show twice.
Basically the same show, different names.
But yeah, I think this will be the third one. I think.
No, this will be the second.
I think we had one.
It happened before our show at one point.
Well, we had one because I remember specifically we did a whole bit at the beginning of the show with like riots.
That was the only one I remember.
And then I'm pretty sure there was one other that we didn't like make a big deal out of because we already did that one time before.
I don't think so.
Pretty
I
sure.
know it came close a couple times when I was in the Navy,
But
because I was sweating because I didn't think I was going to get a paycheck.
Even if this is only the second one, this is the second one in 5 years. And still people act like something is actually going to happen because of this. Like, everything's going to fucking fall apart. The government shuts down, then that's when Kim Jong-un is going to strike. All right, so, yeah, dude, if there's anything that you could take away from 2017, it's fake news. I have to think that was probably the phrase of the year.
Yeah. If Time had a phrase of the year, that would probably
fake news.
Yeah.
Well,
fake news. You're a big fat phony.
These are the 2017 Fake News Awards, as presented by GOP.com. So this is going to be great.
GOP.com.
Hashtag shilling for Trump.
Man, that doesn't mean any of these are wrong.
No, definitely not. We'll go over this. First, the New York Times' Paul Krugman claimed on the day of President Trump's historic landslide victory that the economy would never recover.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That guy also said the housing market was fine in 2006.
I love that Tom Woods has a show that's all about arguing Krugman's points.
Paul Krugman's a fucking moron.
Contra Krugman. That show's
that
like
guy
way
is
above my
always
head.
wrong. He's always wrong, and he's always put in these advisor positions, but the guy's constantly wrong.
Well, yeah, because he's a
How
fucking...
do you keep being hired when you're this wrong?
He's a writer on economics that's basically a fucking communist. Of course he's wrong.
He's wrong all the time. He's proven wrong all the time. Like, his track record is worse than your average weatherman. That's how fucking wrong he is all the time.
Okay, second up, we all remember when that annoying broad from The View lost her mind over the whole Russia collusion thing. Did you see that video?
I don't think so.
Oh God, she's so.
I try not to watch anything from The View. It makes my brain hurt.
There was the whole thing, like they said, that there was like evidence of collusion with Russia.
Even though I like Whoopi Goldberg, I don't give a shit what he says.
No, it was one of the annoying older white ladies.
Yeah,
but she's like,
I would hang out and smoke a doobie with Whoopi Goldberg any goddamn day of the week.
She actually said something to the effect of like, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas and it's beginning to smell a lot like collusion. Pretty sure that was the line. Well, the person who reported that was totally wrong, and he sent markets into a downward spiral. Apparently, by doing this.
Did he?
CNN falsely reported that candidate Donald Trump and his son Donald J. Trump Jr. had access to hacked documents from WikiLeaks.
Well, if they have access to WikiLeaks, doesn't the whole planet have access to WikiLeaks?
Right.
It's a public goddamn site.
Right. Well, it was a whole thing. They were supposedly like emailed stuff by somebody.
If Donald Trump could read something on WikiLeaks, I could read something on WikiLeaks.
Well, this is supposed to be some shit that they were supposed to have been given before it hit WikiLeaks, and it's supposed to be about
insider
Russia.
wiki trading, huh?
Yeah.
Insider wiki trading. That's a crime, I guess, huh?
Yeah. Right. Washington Post falsely reported that President's massive sold-out rally in Pensacola, Florida was empty. Dishonest reporter showed picture of an empty arena hours before crowds started pouring in. These are the funniest to me. And they do this kind of stuff all the time. Oh, yeah, dude. The koi pond thing. Do you remember that? Do you remember the
when he overfed the fish?
Yeah, but he didn't because the Japanese president did exactly the same thing right before him.
Right before, but they cut it.
Yeah.
And they're like, look at this asshole disrespecting the koi.
Like, it's so weird that they do these things. What's the point?
All right. Those fish heads take feeding their fish very seriously, and you can't overfeed them like what Trump's doing, that racist bastard. That's so fucking funny. Even the fucking, I think I remember seeing an article of the prime minister that he was with, even saying like that, like his reaction to it. He said the American media is out of their minds. I mean, wow, huh? That's nuts.
Even if that was the wrong way to feed them, who fucking cares? Like,
yeah. Like the prime minister is probably like, look, I don't like him either, but this is a bit nuts, man.
Yeah,
like
really, that's how I feel about the entire situation. Like, I think he's a clown. I think he's ridiculous. I don't mind his policies so much. I wish he would stay off Twitter. You got to be fair about it at some point. Like, you have to stop with your bullshit and look at it fairly in some way.
Like, honestly, a friend of mine posted this.
I can't believe we're sitting here defending Trump.
I agree with him. I mean, seriously, Trump could punch a baby in the face. Okay? Like, take an infant and punch it in the face and put it up on Twitter. And the liberal media would freak out so bad it would make Trump look innocent.
I feel like,
you know, that's what, like he does something a little bad and they blow it so fucking out of proportion that nobody takes them seriously and Trump wins.
Well, they report on
That's
stuff
how it
that's
works.
not even kind of bad. It's like how many Diet Cokes a day he drinks.
Yeah, dude, that
Really?
that health press briefing is some of the craziest shit
like
I ever heard.
We're less fake news than that.
I think at one point the reporter kept asking, so in regards to his mental stability, just kept asking his mental stability, like trying to curb every little thing that could possibly come out of that guy's mouth to say that Trump is in fact crazy.
Right.
You know?
Didn't he get like a perfect score on his cognitive exam?
Or something
Pretty
like
sure.
that.
It was like a 30 out of 30. And
I'm
was
sure he's
bragging
not
about
that
it.
healthy, but whatever. Who gives a shit?
Well, the other thing on top of it, he's 71 years old.
Yeah.
I mean, how healthy do you expect him to fucking be? He doesn't drink.
Yeah.
Apparently, he doesn't get much sleep either, so that doesn't help. But I don't know, man. Like, I saw a thing when the whole like hurricane. I think it was the Texas hurricane this past year. I don't remember its name. But when they were like handing out water and stuff, there was like a video clip of Trump holding a case of water and putting it into the back of a pickup truck.
Yeah.
And one of those assholes from the Young Turks was talking about like how feeble he looks. I'm like, dude, he's fucking 71.
Yeah.
Like, he's an old man.
He's 71, and I guarantee you he can fucking hit a golf ball farther than that Turkish fuck. What's his name? I can't even say his name.
Oh, was it Cenk Uygur or something like that?
Cenk Uygur.
Yeah,
Fuck that guy.
Jinx. So, Newsweek falsely reported that the Polish First Lady refused to shake hands with Trump.
Even though there's a picture.
And there's a picture right here. Let's see. CNN. God, how many times CNN on here? CNN.
I'm sure CNN wins the award, right?
They reported that former FBI Director James Comey would dispute President Trump's claim that he was told he is not under investigation. So Trump came out and said, I'm not under investigation. He's not under investigation.
No.
New York Times falsely claimed on the front page that the Trump administration had hidden a climate report.
They're all climate change deniers. They're all stupid.
And then, I mean, it goes over the explanations for why this is fake. The economy has created nearly 2 million jobs. Presidents don't create jobs. That's dumb.
Oh, my God.
Blacks and Hispanics are enjoying the lowest unemployment rate in history.
Government profits from climate hysteria.
Sure.
Why would they hide papers that would help them generate more projects, more budgets, more this, more that? Okay?
Well, I mean, Trump has been kind of about shrinking the government.
Yeah, but
That's
nobody
another
else
thing.
in government. But
Yeah, well, everybody else is sitting there sweating like, fuck.
But Trump didn't go down to the fucking area where this study was done and say, hey, give me that piece of paper. And just fucking put it in his pocket and walk away. You know?
Now you
Come on
can't
now.
read it.
It's ridiculous. Totally ridiculous.
That's enough shilling for Trump.
Shilling for Trump.
Oh,
Is
God.
that our episode title today?
Shilling for Trump.
No, I'm not shilling for Trump. We already talked about this. The goddamn nuclear war, bro. It's not fun stuff, man.
Like I said, man, you gotta look at it fairly, and he hasn't pushed the button yet. So
I bought the Star Wars 2 Battlefront.
yeah, how much have you spent on loot boxes?
Dude, nothing. It's great. It's great. All the hysteria is totally overblown.
Have
It's fun.
they returned loot boxes to the game?
Listen to me. Here's the thing. Here's the thing you need to understand about this game is that no matter what you think about the multiplayer, the campaign alone is worth buying the game.
I'll wait for it to go on sale.
It's so fucking good, dude. Go get it. It's so good. The campaign is awesome. It's fun. It's challenging. It's interesting. The story's great. Everything about it is great.
I just miss the
multiplayer's
the
not that
original
bad.
Battlefront games.
You earn points, you get loot boxes. It's just like any other multiplayer game. What the fuck are they talking
Well,
about?
the problem was
I've got all kinds of power-ups already. I've only played like fucking 5 days.
Yeah, because at one point they completely removed the loot boxes from the game and reconfigured how they're earned.
No, it's fine.
So, well, yeah, the way that it is now is fine because they fucking had to change it because everybody shit themselves.
No, it's fine.
No, you're a faggot. You don't even know what you're talking about.
It's fine. It's fine.
I bought the game yesterday,
It's
and
great.
I know exactly what happened day one. I was there.
No, it's the same. They said whatever change they made was going to be temporary. You earn loot boxes
No.
the same as anything else.
No, what was temporary was them being removed from the game so they could change the way that they're earned.
Well, so you don't have loot boxes for a little while they change things around. Who gives a shit? It's still fun. It's a fun game. Nothing is removed from the game.
The gripe that people have about it is that you can just spend money to get the good characters
So
and be
what?
better than everybody else in the game.
No, you can earn your way to a character in game. If you
Yeah.
score enough battle points, you become Yoda or Luke Skywalker or whatever. Get better, faggot. You're just bad at the game.
You're still
And
acting
you're
like
pissed
like
that
it
people
hasn't
get
been
to buy
changed.
stuff. No, even day one, you could be Yoda in a battle easily. Not easily. You have to earn it.
Right.
You have to be good.
And then they went
you
and
could buy it.
They went and tweaked all of that shit.
No.
They went and tweaked how long it takes you, what percentage, what chance you have of getting certain characters or certain perks. They went and they reworked all that
They
stuff.
reworked the whole game in a day.
No, that
Get
it
out.
didn't happen in a day. What are you talking about?
The game's fine. They did not change. All they changed was the cost of things. That's all.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. What the fuck? What do you think I'm talking about?
No, I'm telling you that it didn't change that much.
It changed enough to where people aren't bitching about it now.
Yes, they are. They're still bitching.
Not like they were.
I guess not.
Not like they were to the point that EA had to remove them from the game temporarily.
I just want to call out these little gamer criers.
I just want to
say,
sit here
"Get
and
better.
I want you to
Get
give
better,
me a
faggot."
reason why I'm wrong. That's what I'm waiting for.
No, it's not that you're wrong. It's exaggerated.
No, I don't think so.
It's exaggerated.
I don't think
is
so.
my point.
Somebody actually sat and did the math, and it's something like if you wanted to unlock the shit that you needed to like have the best shit in the game, it was 4,500 hours worth of gameplay. That's fucking ridiculous. Think about the game that you've played the most. You haven't put anywhere near 4,500 hours into it.
I've got only one game I've got more than that on, but it's a game series, not a single.
Yeah,
game. Yeah, you're right.
No. It was $2,100 or 4,500 hours. That's not a problem.
You're telling me that on day one you couldn't be Luke Skywalker in the multiplayer.
It depends on whether you got that loot box to come up or not.
No, you don't need loot boxes to play characters. That's where you're wrong. You never needed loot boxes to play a character.
I don't think that's correct.
Loot boxes gives you extra weapons and different powers.
And even still.
But the base characters come with powers that do work. Like, it's not like you're underpowered. It's nothing like that. People were pissed that they couldn't be the maxed out level 50 Luke Skywalker on day one, and they're little bitches.
No, I think that I think it's a valid complaint to say that to fully complete the game, you would have to play it for 4,500 hours. I think that's ridiculous.
Maybe. Yeah. It's still a good game. Go get it. That's my point. People
shilling for EA over here.
People are fucking boycotting. Yeah, oh yeah, I'm all about Trump and EA. Today, boy. No, not. I'm not really.
This is great, dude. Oversized, female-only parking spots marked with a stiletto icon in eastern China have been strongly criticized as sexist.
Dude, there's a whole lot of Asian female drivers in China, man.
Look.
Holy crap.
Take a look. That's fucking fabulous.
So you're telling me that the cliche bad Asian female driver is true even in China? Or they probably don't specify Asian. They just think all females are that bad at driving.
Well, I mean, it's written in Chinese.
They
so
don't know that it's
directed
just their females. Shilling for white ladies.
Oh, man.
Shilling for white ladies.
Well, you got to shill for the white, all the white people. God. So I learned this week that white people smell like wet
stiletto
dogs.
markers, though. It's it's like it's kind of like they're handicapped. Like it looks like a fucking because it's the same kind of artwork that the stiletto. Like it looks almost like the same artwork that the wheelchair sign is, right?
Yeah,
It's very basic,
right? It's just an outline. Yeah,
that's awesome. Now, can anybody use those though? Can I park in there? Like
Well, is somebody gonna grab you by the pussy to make sure that you're not a man parking there?
And I get front of the line at the mall?
I guess as long as you say you identify, right? Yeah, controversial parking spaces at Jiande and Tonglu service stations in Beijing are they're 3.2 meters wide, or that comes out to 1.5 times the size of a normal parking space.
Nice, man. They can come at it from like a direct 90-degree angle.
Yeah, it's like an extra half a car.
Yeah, they can almost pull in at a 90-degree without clipping anything on the sides.
They join a growing number of extra-large designated women parking spots being unveiled around the country, from shopping malls to all the way in the southwest of the country, all the way up north.
That's weird. That's so funny.
The purpose of the spaces have been hotly debated on Chinese social media sites, Weibo, with many netizens saying that they reinforce the stereotype that women are bad drivers, while others say it is a considerate design.
I would be very interested to see a year from now to see what the statistics of parking lot fender benders has decreased since these things were put in. I bet it's significant.
Many Weibo users were quick to label the spaces as sexist.
Yeah.
Defend the ability of female drivers.
Yeah, numbers are sexist. Watch the numbers drop. And then they'll be like, numbers are sexist. Wow.
Somebody said that if they want to be less abrasive about it, that they should be labeled novice parking instead.
Treat the ladies like they're little kids.
I don't...
That would be much less...
I don't think that effectively sends the message that women need to park there. You're not targeting new drivers. You're targeting women.
We would much prefer it if you target women and call them... say it's because they're young.
Other users recognize the advantages of wider car spaces. Oh, God. Some believe it discriminates against both genders.
Because women aren't really women.
And ABC is fucking assuming that there's only two genders. Now I'm super triggered. The design of the female parking spaces is a good and convenient design, but it is called the ladies' parking space. If I'm a man and I assume I'm a novice driver, I cannot park my car in this wider parking space because I'm not a woman. If you're talking like that, you're a woman.
I want to know what her driving record's like.
No real man would want to park in this big-ass parking space. Except those assholes that park across two parking spaces.
How many wrecks have you been in? Like car accidents where you were driving?
Where I was driving?
Yeah.
One.
Me too. How old were you?
Was
it recent? Was it recent? I don't remember you getting in a car wreck.
No, it's...
I was 16 when I got in a car.
No, it was more recent than that. Yeah. I was in my 20s.
The only accident I've ever had involving any kind of damage, and none to any other cars, I was 16. I don't think I know. Like my cousin is a female, and she's... Dude, at age 19, they put curb feelers on her car.
Oh, Jesus.
You know those things? Those wires that go on the edges, and they scrape the curb because she totaled so many. Like, she just wrecks cars, man. Can't drive. What is with that? Why is that stereotype a thing with the female drivers? I don't understand.
Because they can't fucking drive.
No, but why though? I mean, it's not like it's you need extraordinary strength.
I don't know. Maybe it's
to pilot a car. You know?
No, maybe it's more of like a hand-eye coordination type thing. Maybe men have better hand-eye coordination than women.
I don't know what it is.
Maybe men are smarter.
But I mean, like, stereotypes are because you recognize a pattern, and there absolutely is a pattern. That's why insurance companies charge females more, right?
Right.
Because it's a thing.
Well, it's like the red car.
Yeah.
You know?
It's not a sexist thing to state a fact that females have more damage claims on insurance than men do. You know, men die at higher rates because a female, taps another car in a parking lot. A teenage boy fucking, drives into a tree at 80 because he just fucking did a line and chased it with 14 bottles of whiskey, you know.
Well, I mean, that's the only way to come down from the cocaine.
You know, if you look at the deaths, there's lots more men. But if you look at damage claims, more women. It's weird.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Well, I mean, I wonder how many of the deaths like stem from a dude trying to show off.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah.
You know,
no,
or something similar.
Yeah,
like,
no, females don't. Very few females get a rush out of speeding.
Right.
You know, that's not.
Yeah, racing and shit like
yeah,
that. Yeah,
they don't. I don't get it either. In that regard, I'm a total female.
I don't really get racing.
I find it to be scary, and I don't like it.
I don't get racing, but I do like things that go fast. I admit, I'm kind of a fast driver. All right, man.
Let's see. Martial Artist for Liberty says car insurance privilege. Auto insurance charge more for bad credit in some states too. Yeah, I don't understand that. I don't know. Maybe they think you're gonna like not pay the rest of your obligation with the insurance company. That's probably why that is.
Yeah, but what does that cost them though?
What, the insurance company?
Yeah. If you just stop paying. I mean, it's not going to cost them anything extra except you're not paying them anymore.
Well, if you're doing payments for a 6-month thing and you stop paying, I think they miss out on some there. I don't know,
but if you
charge for bailing on your
yeah,
contracts.
but if you don't pay, your coverage lapses and you don't have fucking coverage anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
So
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know why that is.
It's kind of like paying rent. Like, don't you pay this month for the insurance coming up?
That's true. Yeah, they do the same thing.
So I don't see where they're losing out. Fuck them.
I have no idea.
Leave my credit score alone.
Dude, I hate
it's low.
I hate it. Dude, for me, this is the way I look at insurance. Like I said, I had that one accident when I was 16. So from then on, all my payments in insurance has been for naught. Like I'm paying for nothing. I have never had a claim.
Yeah.
Never once.
No, you're paying so they don't take you to jail when they pull you over.
Even that accident I had, I didn't have a claim on it. We didn't claim it.
Right.
You know? Because we didn't want it on my driving record. Nobody even knows about it. There wasn't even a traffic sight. I rolled it into a ditch. My dad came and got it, and we put it in the backyard. That was it. You know? I fell asleep driving. You know? I had this. I was
fell asleep or passed out.
I fell asleep. I was a lifeguard at Wet n Wild, and I had to get up super duper early in the morning and go do my test where you have to like swim like 500 yards. You got to do all the CPR certs.
All the shit you're never going to do while you're working.
Yeah. You know, and dude, swimming 500 yards, like that doesn't sound like very far, but let me tell you what.
5 football fields.
You try to swim 500 yards nonstop without grabbing a hold of anything, and good luck with that. That's tough stuff, man. Like I thought I was going to, every time I did it, I thought I was going to die. You know, every time, but I just pushed through it. Anyway, but like an idiot the night before, because I'm 16, right? I stayed up all night jacking off and playing video games till like 4 a.m, dude. And I like coming back from work, dude, I just out, dude. Rolled my car. That's it. But since that day, and that was 16 years ago, I've never made an insurance claim, not once. I'm just throwing money in the goddamn toilet. Yep. Bullshit. And they still charge my ass like I have an accident every other week. You know? Like maybe I'm due for one. Like, is that their thought process? Am I due for an accident? Oh, he hasn't had a claim in 16 years. Any minute now, a semi's going to fucking drive him off a cliff and right onto 15 Lamborghinis. That's how much damage he's going to fucking do. So $200 a month, asshole. You fucking cocksucker. You got it coming. You know what I mean? Let's take a break. I can't believe we've only been through 2 out of our, 20 articles. The whole first fucking half hour.
We shilled for Trump for a while.
We did. We had to get all of our shillings out. We weren't able to shill for, 3 weeks.
I know.
All right?
Bank account's looking slim.
We're atop Mount Shillington again. Throwing out our parcels of truth. Thank you so much for joining us. Love this shit. We'll be back in a few minutes, everybody. You're listening to a Liberty Laugh Time on LRN.FM, IPMNation.com/live2. All right. Welcome back, everybody. You're listening to A Liberty Laugh Time. Our music of the week is Parav Stellar. He's Austrian. He's a DJ, does jazz and swing. It's awesome shit. I love it.
This music makes me want to eat ecstasy and buy glow sticks.
Fuck yeah. Well, I wanted something upbeat, you know? Because we're back, y'all. You know? So shake that booty, everybody. Happy Friday. We got an Amazon link on our website you can click. Clear your cookies first. You click it, you do your shopping on Amazon as normal, and A Liberty Laugh Time gets a small little piece of it. So please do that anytime you're shopping on Amazon. Thank you so much. And, of course, write kind reviews on our iTunes page, okay? iTunes store, which I hope a lot of you are podcasting us through. Please write some kind reviews. Thank you so much.
Give us a call anytime.
Oh, yeah.
While we're doing the show.
We got a phone number that works sometimes. 321-247-8991 if you're listening live on IPMNation.com/live2. So, anywho.
So at the top of the show,
stuff to talk about.
At the top of the show, I mentioned that we had a couple of stories about the VA.
Oh, my God. This is Douchebag of the Week, by the way.
So do you want to just go ahead and do all of them all together?
We don't have a soundboard anymore. Well, how many VA stories do we have?
I have 3.
You have 3 VA stories.
3 VA stories.
Okay, one of these stories is definitely specifically Douchebag of the Week, but we'll just call VA in general Douchebag of the Week.
You got it.
I'm always down for, they're
shitting on the VA.
God, they're a public fucking embarrassment.
Ron Paul called it a national disaster.
Yes,
isn't that what it was?
Or a national embarrassment.
Disgrace. Yes,
disgrace. A national disgrace.
Okay.
A couple billion on bombs, no problem. Finishing a fucking building though. Whew, that's a bit much. So you're asking a bit much, people.
Okay, so
bit much.
First one I got here. I think this is going to be the follow-up that we have, right? Talking about the new facility.
Yeah.
The story that we did originally, right, was
yeah.
The VA has a waiting list that includes dead people.
Well, yeah, the original, we did this, oh man, it's been a couple years, so only our longtime listeners know what the fuck we're talking about. But basically, they were working on this complex in Colorado, this new VA hospital, and it is years and years and years behind schedule, and I'm not exaggerating here, billions over budget. Billions over budget.
Yeah, $1 billion over budget, and years behind schedule.
And we were talking at the time that it was to a point where the contractors were stopping work because they couldn't get paid to work on it anymore. Billions and billions of dollars just at a standstill, sank into this fucking cesspool of bureaucracy surrounding this fucking building.
So now on top of it...
It's a building. It's a hospital.
On top of it, officials with the Department of the
Disney
VA...
built a hospital, one of the finest goddamn hospitals in the state over there in Celebration. Disney funded it, the majority of it, and built it.
Well, it's like little Disneyville
over there.
Dude,
it took them fucking 4 months. In 4 months, they have one of the best complexes in the state. And these fucking VA assholes, god damn it, somebody's getting kickbacks over there. Somebody... is profiting from this taking so long. I guarantee it.
So officials with the Department of the VA announced on Wednesday that this new hospital that's years behind schedule and $1 billion over budget, it's not even going to be able to serve as many veterans as they claimed before.
It's not even going to be as good as the one it's replacing.
The new Aurora facility will have fewer primary examination rooms, fewer surgical beds, fewer psychiatric beds, and no post-traumatic stress disorder exam facility.
None. Nothing for PTSD. It's
all
like
the number one thing that a vet would go to the VA for.
PTSD is bullshit. Back in my day, we called it shell shock.
Yep.
We just put Tim in the basement with a bottle of whiskey and let him work it out. That's how we dealt with it.
Yeah, 5 years later, he killed himself.
Problem solved.
And fewer patient-aligned care teams who are medical professionals charged with assisting vets. So, just all around, less care. Yeah.
Less stuff.
All of this is despite the fact that the new hospital is double the square footage of the current facility in Denver.
Twice the size, 2 times less the facilities.
It was also revealed
Yay, government.
that the old Denver VA hospital will have to stay open for 3 to 5 years based off estimates by committee chairman Phil Rowe. And a quote here, somebody told VA officials, "I am just amazed at the lack of professionalism." Just flat out unprofessionalism. It's an affront to the taxpayers of the United States.
It's an affront to a lot more people than that. Come on now. I mean, good God. Who's in charge of this? How do they wake up in the morning and look at themselves in the mirror? How bad are you at your job? God, you suck. You know, I freak out when people get my order wrong at McDonald's. And here you are, $1 billion over budget, 5 years late, half the fucking stuff. What the fuck?
Okay, so
what the fuck?
Second in line here, the VA, an Army vet. Jesus Christ. An Army vet is suing the VA because he claims that someone left a scalpel inside of him after surgery.
What? Left it in there?
They left a scalpel.
Better than his car keys, huh?
Inside.
Have you seen my keys?
Jesus.
Have you seen my car keys?
He dropped his watch in there.
You know?
Dude.
He fucking pushes his stomach and his car beeps.
Jesus Christ.
God damn, he left a fucking scalpel in the dude. Oh my God.
It's like right in the middle of his pelvis. Like if you picture the pelvic bone, it's right in that empty spot, I guess, where your organs sit, right?
Dude, could you imagine
God damn.
Could you imagine like just getting up out of a chair and all of a sudden it pierces you on the inside? Like,
oh man, even if it wound up like grinding against one of your bones in there. Gross, dude. There's all kinds of stuff that it could do.
That's metal as fuck.
God damn.
That's a really big oops.
Oops.
See, the VA, less facilities, leaving goddamn scalpels in your butthole.
This is in Connecticut.
They're going to countersue this guy for fucking theft of official government property or some bullshit. You wait and see. You wait and see.
The thing about that is
nobody sues the United States government.
I can't even laugh about that because I can totally see it happening.
Oh, dude, good satire is always close to the truth. That's why we have a successful program here at Liberty Lifetime. You know our formula now.
This Army vet, Glenford Turner. He says the scalpel was only discovered years later after he suffered from long-term abdominal pain.
It was in there for years?
Years. So he kept going back. Nearly 4 years later.
They didn't x-ray him for 4 years going back?
He went back to the VA with dizziness and severe abdominal pain. An x-ray showed there was a scalpel inside his body.
Ugh.
He had to undergo surgery again, of course, to remove the scalpel. His lawyer says doctors confirmed it was the same one that was used in his surgery. What other fucking scalpel would it be? You think he put that there on his own?
That's some extreme gay lover shit right there.
Lawyer Joel Faxon.
They skipped Bubba the black dildo to scalpels.
Jesus Christ.
That's getting fucking...
The lawyer called it an incomprehensible.
Reminded me of Nom.
Them zipper heads used to stick scalpels in them.
Oh my God, no. No.
Woo!
No.
All right.
Fuck.
Well, I'm ahead for... I'm in the lead for most racist comment today. So.
They used to torture me with like that Nom. Fuck me, dude.
Stick scalpels up underneath our fingernails.
It's just the only way me and Charlie feel alive anymore.
It's the only thing that gives me purpose.
Fuck.
I'm
so sorry.
The lawyer called it an incomprehensible level of incompetence. You cannot describe it any other way. The VA said Monday it doesn't typically comment on pending litigation. Of course. U.S. Senator Richard Blumenthal, Connecticut Democrat, said he was appalled and stunned by the egregious medical malpractice case. He's only appalled because it's an election year.
Yeah.
I have asked for a detailed explanation from the VA of this deeply troubling report. I'm demanding also full accountability so this kind of horrific negligence never happens again. How do you do that?
He was drunk, obviously.
I mean,
obviously
these aren't
he
like
was drunk.
I mean, they're government doctors, but like they didn't like get their fucking medical degree in the Army, did they?
They may have, but doubtful.
Yeah, I don't think that usually.
Not usually, no.
I mean,
usually they're a doctor.
like if you're a field medic, they train you for that in the military, right?
Yeah, but if you're a field medic, you're not doing surgery
right.
at the VA. You know, it was so funny. Trump's goddamn health fucking press briefing. His doctor is a rear admiral, but in the scroll at the bottom it said empty, doctor, comma, rear admiral. I was just like, man, he'd make one hell of a proctologist, man. Rear admiral proctologist, dude. He is admiral of the rear.
Yeah.
Ba-doom-ch. You can't fuck. Somebody write this shit down. That's funny shit. I don't care who you are.
Rear Admiral Dr. Seymour Butts.
There you go.
Oh God. Okay, so then we got one more VA story.
All right, let's cap this off. Cap off the trifecta of bullshit.
The Department of the VA says it will not conduct research into whether medical marijuana could help veterans suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder and chronic pain, as veteran groups are pushing for the use of the drug as an alternative to opioids and antidepressants. In a letter to U.S. Representative Tim Walz, Department of Veterans Affairs Secretary David Shulkin said VA's ability to research medical marijuana is hampered by the fact that the drug is illegal federally.
I think they should just focus on getting that hospital done in Colorado. There's plenty of research being done on weed. Let your patients smoke weed as best you can in the states where it's legal. Done and done.
So the problem is they can't get a prescription from the VA for weed.
A doctor from a VA in California, though, could write you a prescription, though. You just wouldn't be able to pick it up at the VA's pharmacy.
Right, but wouldn't federal law have jurisdiction over a VA doctor?
I don't know how that works. So apparently, this
That's
article
what they're saying.
would suggest that, wouldn't it? Well, that's a bit of an issue. That sucks.
VA is committed to researching and developing effective ways to help veterans cope with PTSD and chronic pain conditions.
No, you're not. You're not committed to that. Otherwise, you would let them smoke weed.
Yeah, well, you would have somebody up at the Capitol fucking lobbying for it.
Yeah.
You'd have some secretary or some whatever spokesperson from the VA going up there and fighting for it. If you were committed to
helping people, you would let the patients get what they're asking for. The patients say, hey, this helps a lot. And you're like, no. Nope.
And this is after at least 29 states plus D.C., Guam, and Puerto Rico have legalized the use of medical marijuana in some form.
Terrible, 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 the VA. I feel bad for what's really appalling about because you take how terrible the VA is, and then you think about how many millions of people depend on it.
Yeah.
For their very survival.
Look.
And they can barely fucking do anything right.
Yeah.
At all.
Everybody that I've ever known.
They do right takes them fucking forever.
Everybody I've ever known that uses the VA as their primary source of healthcare. Look, I knew an old dude was like...
It's always old people that get
Well, he was like a
worse.
NOM era. He was
the most vulnerable.
Something wrong with him. Sick as fuck all the time. But they couldn't ever figure out what was wrong with him. And I work with a guy currently who's like... He's got PTSD and depression and all that crap, and it won't do anything for him. Fuck them. Yeah, it's up. Oh, dude. Okay, so let's keep on the weed train here. Was this Washington?
Pineapple Express. Write that shit down.
Washington police have been left scratching their heads after dozens of cannabis plants were snatched from a crime scene while it was under guard by police. About 100 plants went missing after police allegedly uncovered a grow house at a semi-rural property in Ancatel on Thursday.
100. They that's suspicious. They stole 100 plants from a crime scene that was under guard. Either the cops were sleeping and the guys had the quietest U-Haul on planet Earth, or the cops did this.
I'm definitely leaning towards the cops did this.
You said that earlier. That clicks, man. Come on now.
Yeah, as soon as I heard about this, that was...
There's no ninja fucking weed farmers. Okay?
I mean, unless it was organized by the people who own the property, because they're seizing a grow operation.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe, but...
Like...
You know how many cops they would have at this fucking thing?
Weed doesn't make enough money for you to have goddamn SEAL Team 6 watching your back and your fucking drugs, man. No. Okay?
It was 100 plants.
This wasn't like a Colombian drug lord facility.
I don't know how many plants they had altogether.
Producing mountains of cocaine. These were goddamn. But 100 plants, that's still you need a large truck to move 100 plants.
Oh,
okay, and to move 100 plants into a truck takes time.
This is in Australia. It's a WA. I thought it was talking about Washington. No, it's Australia.
Australia, huh? Still, they still got the same problems in North America. You need a truck. You need time.
What the fuck? Oh, Western Australia. I guess that's one of their states.
Okay. Yeah, man. Fucking.
That's crazy.
Weed ninjas, man.
There's a quick little bit.
The cops have
Serious questions are being raised over the conduct of WA police after 100 cannabis plants was snatched from an Anketel crime scene while it was under police guard. Scott Cunningham, an internal probe, will look into whether the officers fell asleep during the heist.
Yeah, that would have been my first guess. If
Michael,
they're sleeping,
all of them,
they might have come there to get one plant, and they're like, dude, they're out, dude.
Tries to
back
work
the truck
out
up.
exactly how these plants went missing without police noticing. Uniformed guards were outside the Thomas Road property after police say they uncovered a grow house there on Thursday. Now, by 8 o'clock the next morning, 100 plants were stolen right under the noses of police. Now, WA police have said that they will comment no further on this as it is still part of an investigation.
No, it's
now,
because
today,
it's embarrassing and they don't want to talk
about
it.
A 41-year-old woman
it's because it's all at their fucking house.
It's embarrassing and they don't want to talk about it. You know, that's what it. Why don't you just say we're embarrassed and we're not going to talk about it? Have some humility, Jesus Christ.
Okay, dude. So everybody in the country heard about this fucking ballistic missile threat false alarm in Hawaii the other day, right?
Yeah, yeah. No, we're joking about it, but that shit's no joke, man. That's scary, man.
What was it? Somebody hit the wrong button and sent everybody a fucking text message?
That's what Hawaii says. Somebody hit a wrong button.
I hope these people are not that incompetent. I hope. One of the world's biggest porn sites revealed that it recorded a huge surge in traffic just minutes after a ballistic missile threat was revealed to be a false alarm.
Yeah, dude. There's this graph. It's a really good graph, too. It's got your average user line in the middle, and then it shows where the alarm went off in Hawaii, and then the traffic drops. It drops like 48% or so. There it is. Go. So what's the percentage of drop?
Okay,
after
so
the alarm?
you see in the center there's a little triangle with an exclamation point in it, and that's the time of the alarm. Okay, and it drops, fucking just goes through the floor, negative 77%.
Okay, it drops 77%.
That's
from average.
That's at 8:23 a.m. Yeah, from baseline, from zero.
Okay. So everybody's like, shit. They stop mid jerk. I'm about to die, and they run and try to find cover, right? Because that's scary shit, dude. I lived in Hawaii for years, and that's some scary fucking shit to get that message.
Okay, the alert was at 8:23
What'd you do
a.m.
if you woke up, you know, and you got that alert on your phone?
Go outside.
Not a drill, missiles inbound. You're on a little island.
Go outside and look.
Dude.
What else are you going to do?
Yeah, what else are you going to do? Try to get underground if you can.
Well, you see here at 9:01 a.m.
Well, the false alarm issued at
8:23.
8:45. False alarm statement issued 8:45.
No, that's when they announced that it was a false alarm.
Correct, that's what I'm saying.
So it says that the missile alert was actually at 8:07 a.m.
Mm-hmm. False alarm at 8:45.
This is all right here in front of me, and I can't see it. Okay, so the missile
9:01.
At 8:23 was the lowest point of Pornhub traffic.
Right.
Negative 77%.
Nobody's jacking off because missiles are coming. Now you would think that it wouldn't be that bad, you know, the old Clerks story. You know, the plane starts going down, everybody whips their dicks out and just starts beating it because they know they're about to die, and then the plane flattens out and everybody puts their dicks away and nobody says a word about what happened.
Complete opposite in this case.
Yeah. It turns out people will not become humping, raging,
furious masturbators.
Furious masturbators when their impending doom is upon them.
However, 16 minutes after finding out that they're not going to die,
plus 48,
they are jacking it.
Everybody's jacking it. It didn't go back up to average. Okay, it's not like the people that were jacking off said, oh shit, I'm going to die. They stopped jacking off when they found out they were about to die. They were like, now what was I doing? You know, if that was the case, then you would see this number go back up to average, but it doesn't. It goes plus 48%. So after everybody is relieved that they're not going to die, you see
everybody's tense.
Everybody's like, fuck, I need to fucking rub one out real fast. That was intense. That was intense, and I need some relief. Let's go ahead and squeeze out some baby batter, if you will.
That is super funny. Spokesman revealed a staffer had selected the wrong option in a drop-down menu, causing the message and widespread panic. So that's the alert. Hawaii's Emergency Management Agency.
You know, I don't know if it's on there. I don't think I sent it because it was a little bit of a dry article, but it was about how Alaska was talking about their missile alert system, and they were it's almost like they were bragging about how that will never happen in Alaska, a false alarm. But they go into detail what it takes to get that alarm out, and it was ridiculous. It was like, okay, so a guy's got to hand type the message, and then it goes over to our control system database where it's pulled up, and then the guy's got to complete a New York Times crossword puzzle before then decrypting it into the missile security system, which is then sent out. It's like everybody's dead by then, you assholes.
It's just
and they're like
securing government jobs.
You know what I mean? It was like the VA was running their missile defense. It's like, don't worry, we're too incompetent to even send out a false message, let alone a real one.
One guy could do that from one room in his mom's basement.
You know what I mean?
But they got to pay 15 people.
It was totally fucking absurd. It was totally... We've all collectively lost our fucking minds. So anyway, let's take a short break. When we get back, we got lots more news. Okay? Man, what a great half hour. We had jacking off, fucking missile strikes, goddamn pot ninjas. Fucking pot ninjas. Only on Liberty Laugh Time. Thank you so much for listening. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
the greater champion of self-defense. Return with us now to those thrilling days of yesteryear. On the map of the bumping feet of the great horse Silver, the Lone Ranger rides again. For Silver, I am Silver!
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out through the break. Man, we've got Patreon subscribers that we love so much. Become one, and you will get access to super secret episodes. They're not super secret. They're just super old from way back in the day. Before we started this current podcast, we will show you some of our earlier years. Some of them haven't actually ever been aired, ever.
Some of them.
Because some of them we go on these little lazy fits where we don't put up a podcast and then we just do another one. We're like, fuck it.
Well, sometimes we suck.
You know? Yeah, no, some of them were bad.
We don't even know which ones that didn't get aired. So
yeah, you might get a bad one. Who knows? Anyway,
you got what you paid for.
Yeah. Subscribe on Patreon. We're also available on Stitcher and all that stuff. You can also listen directly from our website, libertylifetime.com. That has our PayPal donate button that you can do too if you don't want to become a Patreon member. Thank you so much. Now, we've got more news to talk about coming around on the second hour here. Thank you. Call in anytime, 321-247-8991. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. So try again if it don't. Okay? Oh. Okay, guys? Thanks, everybody.
Okay, we always know it's going to be a good show if we got fart stories.
We've covered. Did we do a dick story yet? I don't know if we have a dick story.
Not
this
sure.
Fucking
Well,
show.
let's see
It's
where
not
this.
going to be a good show unless we got some sort of dick story.
Let's see where this goes.
Well, no, we had masturbation. That counts as dicks.
I guess so.
You know, we made our listeners think about dicks for a second there.
So an Australian team of researchers developed an ingestible electronic capsule to monitor gas levels in the human gut.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
When it's paired with a
Dude,
pocket-sized receiver.
It's like one of those step counters, but it's counting your farts.
Yeah, it's a pill.
That's awesome. I want to know how often I fart a day. I want to see my stats after beans, before beans.
It's paired with a
After
pocket-sized
deviled eggs.
receiver and a mobile phone app. The pill reports tailwind conditions in real time as it passes from the stomach to the colon. The authors of the study are optimistic that the capsule's gas readings can help clear the air over the inner workings of our intricate innards and the multitudes of microbes they contain. Such fume data could clarify the conditions of each section of the gut, what microbes are up to, and which foods may cause problems in the system. Until now, collecting such data has been a challenge. Methods to bottle it involved cumbersome and invasive tubing, and inconvenient whole body calorimetry.
Calorimetry?
I don't know what that is.
What?
Popping the electronic pill is a breeze in comparison, and early human trials have already hinted that the pill can provide new information about intestinal wind patterns and gaseous turbulence from different...
Gaseous turbulence.
From
What a
different
great
foods.
band name.
Yeah.
Gaseous turbulence. That's awesome. Fuck yeah. It'll rock your world.
So here's...
Have you heard the latest Gaseous Turbulence album? It's called Scuba Tank Filled with Fart.
Jesus Christ.
It's fucking Murderface's new band.
Planet Pest.
Yeah, dude.
This is it. This is their like diagram of the capsule.
The pill?
Yeah.
Of the fart counter. That's awesome.
It looks pretty simple. It's only got a few parts.
Dude, it comes with an app for your fucking iPhone, right? And you just fucking count your farts. Oh, man, Tuesday was a doozy, I see. Jesus Christ.
Fajita night.
A reed switch. Gas impermeable shell. Gas sensor. Ooh, it's got a gas sensor. Dude, can you imagine the engineer that, like, you know, somebody worked really hard on a gas sensor. You know? He's sitting at a bar. What'd you do today, Frank? Oh, I started the designs on my gas sensor. We're going to put a pill in somebody's butt. It's really sensitive work. You know? It took him 10 years. Lots of patents. Trials. Human trials. Goat trials. Monkey trials. All for a gas sensor. To make sure the gas sensor is working properly. You know, can it differentiate between when it was loud or silent? You know, does it give you the chemical breakdown?
You start putting a tiny microphone inside.
This one's flammable. That one was not.
Well, maybe that's what the gas sensor is for. It tells you the chemical makeup of these gases.
There you go. It's like, yeah, dude. Yeah, it's
I mean, we're having a serious. We're sitting here. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's. I really think that this might work.
You can analyze it like a fucking the composition of a star.
Right.
Far away.
Using a prism.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. You know?
The ultraviolet farts.
Mm-hmm. We got Neil deGrasse Tyson pouring over the goddamn data of your fucking flatulence. That shit's fucking progress, man.
Well, it definitely gives new meaning to the term astrophysicist.
It takes the real anal type to fucking go over the data.
And,
somebody write this down.
I have a testicle-related story, if that counts for the in the penis department. A man's testicle exploded like a volcano after he got a rare disease while on vacation.
Oh, like a volcano. Oh,
He caught the African salmonella.
not a shithole. Not a shithole. Don't call it a shithole. But your testicles might explode if you go there.
This is in Tunisia. A strain,
not a shithole.
a strain of salmonella which was confined to his genital area and caused his testicle to explode.
Like,
dude, they swelled to 10 times the normal size when he got home.
Oh.
And then the left one burst when he had a bath. He said, I was told that I had a rare form of salmonella called African salmonella.
Dude.
After the holiday, my testicle had swollen to the size of a grapefruit and was so heavy it felt like it was made of glass.
Dude, a guy in my Navy shop got an STD. I want to say it was chlamydia, but I could be wrong. But he came to work, and he's like, man, I got to show you guys something.
Ew.
And he fucking unzips his pants, and his testicle was the size of a goddamn grapefruit.
That's
It was
disgusting.
like a fucking grapefruit, man.
That's
we're like,
crazy.
oh, you gotta go to medical, dude. You gotta go to medical. He's like, I don't want to go to medical. They're gonna stick a Q-tip in my dick. We're like, no, you gotta go, man. You gotta go. He went. Oh God, that was terrible. But it exploded, like it ruptured, and something came. Oh, I don't want to talk about this. This is terrible.
See, he says,
I'm sorry, listeners, for anybody that's trying to eat.
oh
right
God, no, it gets better.
now. Nobody should be eating during our show to begin with, but good Lord, it
He
is
said-
lunch break time for everybody. See?
Yeah, man.
Fuck.
Yeah, why do you think we do this at noon? The pain was so bad I thought I was going to die.
I bet.
He said when it finally...
I bet.
And this is weird, but it's almost one of those things like you can understand. Okay, when it finally exploded, I felt fantastic. It was such a relief.
It was like an orgasm, but out of the wrong orifice.
The doctor said I was highly contagious and I wasn't allowed to sleep with my wife.
Oh, we're losing listeners left and right. Look at our numbers drop. Holy shit.
I was walking around holding them all the time.
Way to kill the show. I think I sent this article. I don't know why. I'm sorry.
It gets better.
It gets better.
A few days later.
This is not better, Steve. Define better.
Well, let's see if we can make that number hit 0. A few days later, I woke up about 5 a.m. with the most excruciating pain in my left testicle. I could barely move, and I was in tears from the agony.
Oh, this poor bastard.
He said it literally went bang.
Like a gunshot.
When the
out of
doctor
my
saw
crotch.
it later, she said that it was like a volcano exploding.
Oh, what great bedside manner. Not the stay calm, look at me, don't look down, stay calm. No.
Like-
Oh my God, it was like a fucking it was like Mount Vesuvius just fucking erupted.
It
And
happened
your
at home.
dick is like a Barry Pompeii of pus and ash. Like
semen.
You know, goddamn.
I mean, I think she's just trying to explain it in terms he understands. He looks a little slow. But he said it was such a relief because the pain was so bad, and once it finally exploded, it's like having a boil or something under your skin. Once it pops, it feels better. It has definitely affected me psychologically.
Dude.
It's a big part of being a man that has gone. He's got no left testicle anymore. It fucking exploded.
He'll never be able to eat a hard-boiled egg again.
Despite sickness and high temperature, he claims that a TUI rep said he
Or
had just had
soft-boiled, rather, I guess would be more appropriate.
Somebody told him that he had sunstroke, and so he just kind of like let it go, and it ended up getting so bad that his testicle exploded.
Not a shithole. Okay. Racist.
I've got a series of Florida Man stories over here.
Wonderful. Fantastic. Let's do a couple.
Spring Hill, 38-year-old Tampa man was arrested Wednesday on a charge of driving under the influence involving drugs or alcohol after deputies say he mistook a Bank of America drive-thru for a Taco Bell.
Oh, that's good. That's good right there. That's fucking white girl wasted. Fuck yeah. That guy was gone, man.
The branch manager of the Mariner Boulevard Bank said they saw Douglas John Francisco passed out in his blue Hyundai sedan while it sat in the drive-up bank lane.
He fell asleep in
This-
the lane. Oh,
This
dude,
was at-
nodded off. Oh, great.
This was at 5 p.m. Wednesday.
Not 4 in the morning.
No,
5 p.m.
5 p.m. on a Wednesday.
That happy hour, though, man.
God.
Dude, fucking Bucko's Bars got 2 for $1 until 4 p.m., don't you know?
Remember a little earlier we were talking about
That's
a guy
fucking great.
a guy we know.
Yeah.
This is something that he would do.
Yes. Yes, it is something he would do. Fucking drift off.
Oh, God.
No, fucking Pompous P did this one time at a Checkers.
Well, at least he was actually at the
He was
restaurant.
at the Checkers, but a cop found him in a parking lot at Checkers, fucking
Pass the fuck out.
Pass the fuck out behind the wheel. Let him go, though, luckily.
Yeah,
fucked him up.
These small town cops, man.
But this guy missed the Taco Bell and pulled into a Bank of America. It does have a drive-thru in his defense.
And to be fair, maybe he hit the bank early. He didn't miss the Taco Bell. He just turned early.
But at 5 p.m., there's always a line of people, you know? What does it say what day of the week it is?
Wednesday.
Wednesday. Yeah, dude. At 5 p.m. on a Wednesday, people are banking. You know, to I just got off work. I got to get to the bank before it closes, so they're in a rush.
Well, I wonder if he pulled into one of the lanes that are closed.
Yeah. Oh, this one's open.
They just let him sit there.
Oh, look at all these assholes. I'm going to get me a taco first. Fucking pulling on in, man.
You're all stupid.
Yeah. And then passes out, right? So the manager gets out of the building, right?
The manager said they started banging on the guy's car window for what they describe as some time.
Yeah. No, he was really fucking sleeping, man. Fuck yeah.
And then he finally woke up. And then he tried to order a burrito.
Yeah. Oh, what? Oh, I'll take the Supremo, please, and hold the sour cream.
When he was told that he was not infected at Taco Bell, deputy said he drove to the front parking lot. He had to go check.
You guys are fucking with me.
Yeah, I'll prove you wrong. Get me a taco. Deputy said his responses to their questions were delayed and that after a field sobriety test appeared to be impaired. He also had prescription medication with him under his name.
That's awesome.
Jesus Christ.
Good. That's a good story for the grandkids, man. He's gonna be good to go on stories for a while after that one, I bet.
Seminole County man, all smiles in his mugshot.
Yeah, proud of himself, huh?
Took a sexually explicit photos of a woman that he met through an online dating site and then sent them to her boss because she no longer wanted to date him.
Nice. Neckbeard. Is he a neckbeard? How's the mugshot? Let's see this fucker.
His name is Giuseppe Garibaldi.
Giuseppe! A pizzeria! No, that's racist. Stop it. Not a shithole. Not a shithole.
He said the suspect
there's
took
no
some of the
screenshot of the
photos
mugshot.
without
It's a
her
fucking
knowledge,
video.
then sent them to her boss because she no longer wanted to date him. News 6's Nadine Yanis joins us now live from the Seminole County Jail.
Why isn't
and
Jerry
the victim
Springer
believes
covering
that
this?
was not all he did after the breakup.
That's right, Lisa. The victim says that he threatened her to kick down the door at her house where she lived with her 2 small kids. She also said that her car was keyed one day at work and believes it might have been him, but
Live
she didn't
video
have the
interrupted?
proof. However,
No,
deputies say today what they do know for sure is
We're losing
that this
frames.
ex couldn't take no for an answer. 30-year-old Giuseppe Garibaldi
Look at that.
seen smiling
Look
in
at
his
his fucking mugshot.
taken after he was charged with sexually cyber-stalking and
I
harassing
showed that
a girl
bitch.
he met through a dating site.
I
Seminole
showed that
County deputies
bitch.
say the two began a consensual sexual relationship.
That's super fucking funny.
Man.
So they were dating, they were fucking. He took some pictures of her.
Send it to her boss.
Send it to her boss.
That's some fucked up shit, man.
This is someone who could not take no for an answer. That's what the cops said.
I'll show her. I'll show that bitch. I'm God's gift to women. Obviously, dude.
Oh, what an asshole. He's got a tattoo on his hand that was visible in one of the pictures, so it just fucking hung him right there.
What a loser. God
damn.
Man.
All right.
Let's take a short break. We'll do this last half hour. I think it's been a pretty decent show so far. What do you guys think? Thank you so much for listening. We've kept pretty consistent listenership.
Until that exploding testicle story.
Yeah. Well, that was some gross shit, man.
It's awesome.
Dude,
It wasn't my testicle.
Dude, fuck that shit. Don't go to Africa and fucking get... How do you even get that disease? Did it say? Is it mosquitoes or some shit?
I guess you're eating undercooked raw African chicken.
Not a shithole. Not a shithole. You can eat raw chicken if you want there, okay? We'll be back in a few minutes.
The cleanest chicken on earth.
They tell me.
And no goblins in it either.
the action. We set out to the moon. We set out to we got the action. We set out to the moon. Girl likes to roll to the sounds of a dirty break. The boys strain their necks, trying to wash away her booty shakes. 808, shake the room like an earthquake. Girls dance dirty as the speaker stacks vibrate. 808, shake the room like an earthquake. Girls dance dirty as the speaker stacks vibrate. We set out to we got the action. We set out to the moon. We set out to we got the action. We set out to the moon. Girl likes to roll to the sounds of a dirty break. The boys strain their necks, trying to wash away her booty shakes. 808, shake the room like an earthquake. Girls dance dirty as the speaker stacks vibrate. 808, shake the room like an earthquake. Wait, like an earthquake. Wait, girls dance dirty as the speaker stacks vibrate. Backs vibrate. Backs vibrate. Backs vibrate. Backs vibrate. We set out to we got the action. We set out to the moon. We set out to we got the action. We set out to the moon. Girl likes to roll to the sounds of a dirty break. The boys strain their necks, trying to wash away her booty shakes. 808, shake the room like an earthquake. Girls dance dirty as the speaker stacks vibrate. 808, shake the room like an earthquake. Wait, like an earthquake. Wait.
Oh, welcome back to Liberty Lifetime Super Sexy Dance Party. Shake it. Woo. Thank you so much for listening to the show, everybody. We appreciate you so much. Make sure you like the Facebook page, facebook.com/Liberty Lifetime. That's where we broadcast a live recording of the podcast. So if you would like, you guys can go there anytime and watch the shows. They're usually up there before we get them posted to the podcasters. So if you're in a hurry, you can check our page often for those. All right, we got a little bit more news to go, and then we're going to let you guys go for the weekend. Please have a good weekend. Make good news for us to talk about. Go do something crazy. Send us a link of your mugshot, and let us go for you.
Write libertylifetime.com on your forehead.
Yeah.
In your mugshot.
libertylifetime.com at gmail, or libertylifetime@gmail.com is our email. Okay, that's where you can write us, get a hold of us anytime. You can also text message our phone number, 321-247-8991. And thank you so much for doing that. Write to our goddamn advice column, which we don't have any right now. So, you know, you need advice, you want to be on the show, hit us up. You know how. Let's go, see. What do we got?
Okay. So there's this whole big thing about having consent before having sex with somebody.
What?
Yeah. It's this new thing.
These motherfuckers need Islam.
Feminism is ruining everything.
These motherfuckers need Islam.
Well, if you need explicit consent, there's an app for that.
Like a contract?
Let's say you've met someone in a bar.
Get out of town right now.
Get along, and it looks like you might be going home together.
Yeah.
Okay?
No, I mean, it's getting to that point where you need a contract.
I mean, I have to do this. I got to explain this explicitly because I know that none of our listeners know what it's like to pick up a woman in a bar.
Nah, they pick us up. Ain't that right, boys?
Now, to make sure that the sex you want to have is consensual, all you have to do is open an app and send a request line, just like you would a message on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
The app in question is called Legal Fling.
Illegal Fling.
Which claims to be filling a void in the minefield that is dating.
This is fucking awesome, dude. This is awesome.
I'm just like, it makes me so glad that I'm married. Like, I don't have to deal with dating in.
No, you
in
can
this
still rape
time.
your wife. If she says no and you do it anyway, without this contract, you can. And I'm not joking when I say that. You can, in fact, rape your significant other.
Well, yeah, of course.
Of course you can. Like, we're not making light of that. What I'm making light of is that the debate of consent, and there is a debate. I mean, there's a significant amount of people out there that think that if you have been drinking, for instance, that you cannot legally give consent.
Right.
So that means if you have sex with a woman that is intoxicated, and they never specify whether or not the perpetrator needs to be intoxicated or not, or what happens then. But if they're intoxicated, they cannot give consent, and it's automatically rape. That's a thing, right? Because and their argument, and on the surface it sounds convincing, is that a contract is void if you're inebriated when you sign it, right? However, when somebody gets a DUI, they're still responsible for getting in the car and driving. Okay, just because this is. You deciding whether or not you're going to put my penis in your mouth is not a legal situation.
Right.
You know, it's not the understanding, the social conjecture of the situation. Nothing about it is legal terms explicit. It doesn't work that way. You know what I mean? That's nuts to me. And now it's gotten to the point where we've actually got the market solving a problem. Which, I don't know. I guess it's a problem. I
don't know how big of a problem it is. I think it's one of those things that, like, I refer to it as buyer's remorse. Like, women that have the buyer's remorse.
Right, that happens. But it doesn't always, like, sometimes it's legit.
And, well, the thing about it is, it's just like with everything else. Like, we're so exposed to news from all over the world and all over the country that when you hear 1 or 2 or 3 of those maybe happening in a year, it seems like a lot.
Right.
But it's really not.
But, I mean... What a cockblock this contract is,
though. Can
you imagine
it's like with anything else.
Like you and Susie meet at the bar and you're having a great time and it's getting cushy. She's like, yeah, can I come back to your place? And you're like, sure, just check your phone real quick. I want you to fucking sign this. Do you have a digital signature? I'm going to need your digital signature here. You know, like you gonna make this bitch read a 14-page contract at the bar before you go home?
It's a notification off, it's a screenshot off somebody's phone. Legal fling just now. Jake is requesting sexual consent.
Now, is there a check? Like, do you have a checklist of things we can and can't do?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Oh, dude, give us the Oh, please tell me we've got the checklist.
I mean, it's
from
not
the
a full checklist, but there's an
anal
example.
Sex,
there's an example.
Check for anal.
There's an example.
Check for boob play. Check for reverse cowboy. Check for cunnilingus. Check for deep throat. Check for light slapping, hard slapping, choking, bondage play.
Okay, so it's a
condom required check mark.
Yes, that's one of them. I'll bring it up on the full screen. There we go.
This is fantastic.
So this is an example.
How romantic is this?
Of a live contract overview.
Very romantic.
It says below is an overview of the terms of your counterparty, the terms that your counterparty has requested you to accept before you have sex. Okay, and it's a list of 5 things here. Photo and video, check. You must have a photo and video. Check. You must use a condom. Check. You must be STD free. X. No explicit language.
Dude, I like the STD free check mark there because personally, I think if you have an STD and you know it and you don't disclose it to your partner, that is a crime. Like, I think that is good to have on there, man. And if this fucking is this legit? Like, you can sue people with this fucking thing? This is a legit legal contract on this thing? Because it makes it sound like it.
Consent can also be withdrawn at the touch of a button, effectively ending the legal agreement.
Nope. Can't get to your phone if you're handcuffed because you clicked the handcuff OK button. You know, the fuzzy ones?
The agreements can also be used in long-term relationships with users able to add an infinite duration all the way down to a couple of hours.
I consent to you for 3.5 minutes. 'Cause that's all you're gonna need. Suck up.
Legal
Somebody
Fling
write
says
that
each
down.
contract is secured using blockchain, this technology that safeguards cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. The app says only the transaction hash is stored and timestamped in the blockchain, which it claims will guarantee your privacy. Whether you think it's a progressive idea or proof that the world has gone mad, the app is still subject to approval by Apple and Google. So it hasn't been approved yet. You can't get it yet, but they say it won't be long before you can download it.
Well, okay then. Whatever. But I mean, come on now. I mean, look, it's far from romantic, but come on now. There's nothing romantic about finding a guy at a sludgy bar and bringing him home. However, like, this is a cock block, this contract. It's a cock block contract. I mean, you're gonna, you're trying to get in this girl's pants, and now you're gonna fucking make her check yes for STDs, check no for anal,
See, it's funny to me because South Park did an entire episode on this, and it was so fucking super funny.
I don't remember.
Oh my god, it was like 2 seasons ago. 2015 was when it came out. But he's like, they have the PC principal.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah.
And him and all of his like frat buddies are telling all these chicks like really ridiculous shit, like I'd really, really like to crush your puss right now. Is that okay with you?
Is that okay with you? If I crush your puss? Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
Jesus Christ! All right, Florida man.
God bless Florida.
Tallahassee police officers are searching for a man who they say ripped a urinal from the bathroom wall and then streaked into the woods.
Whoa. He's fucking hulking out, man. Fucking thought he was in what's the name of that fucking movie? Boondock Saints.
Oh.
When he rips the toilet off.
Yeah.
And
then smashes it over dude's head outside. Yeah, man, that shit is awesome. Staff at the sports bar.
Got cereal crushed by a huge frigging gorge.
Staff at the sports bar told police that the man, who was described as being in his 20s, entered the bathroom at about 11 p.m. When he emerged a few moments later, he was soaked in water. The man ran from the building north through the parking lot while taking off his clothes.
Dude, that guy's got good drugs, whatever that is. Holy shit.
By the time he disappeared into the wood line, he was completely naked.
Nice.
And they couldn't find his clothes. What did he do with them?
Who cares? Why is this news? This sounds like another day at the meth park. They
have surveillance video of him.
Yeah, put it up.
Well, it's not on here.
It's not on here to watch.
Oh, dude! Speaking of that, what happened to the fucking? Did you send over the scooter bandits? I don't have that story.
I didn't send it. It's not good unless you see the picture.
Oh, shit. Right,
some people stole some credit cards and they got away on Walmart scooters, and they're old and fat.
But they're still at large, dude. Like, they actually got away.
They got away on Walmart scooters. It's, it's the most Walmart story ever. It probably happened in Port Richey. I don't know. But if most of our listeners are podcasters, and if you don't see the picture of it, it misses the punchline. So I skipped it.
Okay, so I got a Florida cop. Vero Beach, Florida. Indian River County man feels that his privacy was violated after he captured Vero Beach police disconnecting a surveillance camera outside his front door.
That's not suspicious at all.
Police were investigating a crime the man says he had nothing to do with. Vero Beach Police Chief David Curry stands by his officers' actions. This all went down in August of last year.
Where does it say that they can come on your property and break your property without your consent?
Yeah.
Where is that a law? Where's that in the USS Constitutionopolis?
Well, we'll get there.
The Constitutionopolis.
The police chief.
I mean, what?
The police chief releases a statement. We'll get there. This all happened last year in August. Curry and his officers got an anonymous tip that someone at a Vero Beach home matched the description of a man wanted for felony grand theft.
Okay.
So, Police Chief David Curry says, "We went there for a felony warrant. We were also advised there may be firearms in the house." Police showed up at the apartment with caution. Surveillance video from the apartment captured the two officers knocking on the door and waiting for an answer. However, the tenant, who does not want to be identified by name, was at work. Shortly after the officers are seen knocking on the door, one looks up at the surveillance cameras and reaches toward it, and then the video goes black.
Okay, so they thought that somebody in his apartment was wanted, had a warrant for grand theft, and might have guns. So they disconnected the cameras to not give what they thought was grand theft armed guy from being able to see them from outside the home. That makes sense.
They're already knocking on the door.
Well, they didn't notice it at first, obviously. When they did notice it, they unplugged it. I thought that a crime had happened nearby, and they were just unplugging cameras so nobody could see what they were doing while working. Like, I thought that they were knocking on the guy's door because they wanted the footage from the camera and unplugged it. That's the impression I got for some reason. Now, this is okay with me. Fuck, I mean, if I'm knocking on the door planning to arrest somebody that might be armed, why would I allow myself to be watched where I am? Come on now. I'd unplug that camera too. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, he was the wrong guy. That's where they fucked up.
Yeah.
But if you're really confronting an armed perp, you're not going to let them watch you from inside the house with a camera. Fuck that. No way. Fuck you.
I don't know. I figure they're already banging on the door.
Yeah, well, yeah.
He knows it's the cops. If the guy's even in there, nobody was even home.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even the right guy.
It wasn't the right guy. Correct. But I'm just saying, they didn't see the camera at first. I guarantee it.
See, the tenant's complaining. He said if anybody can just make a report and then have the police show up and remove and tamper with things around your house, he doesn't think that's right.
I tend to agree. They need, like, you know, that's like the swatting thing we were talking about, where that guy died because he got swatted, right?
Yeah.
For those of you that don't know, it's where somebody calls the cops and says you're a terrorist and you got a hostage.
Yeah.
And they fucking kick in your window.
Yeah, they
and
say it
shoot
happens
everybody.
mostly like on online games, which this last one it was over Call of Duty.
You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. Like, how do the cops?
The guy was like several states away too. It's fucking ridiculous.
It is ridiculous with very little evidence to go on whatsoever. They put together a SWAT team, which, by the way, costs all kinds of money. Like, most departments don't have a full-time SWAT team.
We do.
No, we don't.
Have you seen the shit they have?
No, we have a SWAT team, but they're not. That's not their job full-time. They're uniformed officers that when they need a SWAT team, they get called and they go get dressed and they get on it. They don't have a full-time SWAT team.
Right. Okay.
So in order to, first of all, to put together a SWAT team, you got to call everybody, right? Some are in uniform. Some are at home, at the beach, fucking getting a tan. You know, they got to get in their fucking cars. They got to go to the station. They got to get dressed. They got to get in their little fucking tank. They got to find out what the situation is, right? And thus far, all they've got is a phone call from another state away, right? Or in this case,
it was like the
security camera guy.
Well, in the most recent swatting, it was a guy in Kansas was killed by cops because a dude in California fucking called them.
Called from a state away. They've got nothing to go on except for some guy says, "Oh, this guy's got hostages." Blah 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 blah. Right. So they put together a SWAT team. They go out, and before even making contact with whoever's in the building, they just fucking kick it in. They fucking Alpha fucking Legion fucking squash it. Okay.
And they shot the dude.
On no evidence whatsoever. It's lunacy. It's total fucking chaos. You know?
Oh, man. All right, well, the last story I have over here.
Before the end of the show, the article finale.
Let's see if we can get everyone to leave at the end of the show.
Okay.
A California man who ate sushi every day ended up with a 5.5 foot long tapeworm inhabiting his body.
Oh, man. Ate sushi every day, huh?
Fresno male went to the emergency room.
I didn't know tapeworms got into fish.
I mean, I guess they could be in all kinds of things, wherever their eggs could be, right?
Yeah, but I always thought that tapeworms are like a land creature. You know, I never knew that. That's interesting.
Unless it happened after the fish was dead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
So this guy went to the emergency room complaining of bloody diarrhea.
Ugh. Gross.
Oh, I'm going to have to start listening to this. There's a guy named Dr. Kenny Bond. He has a podcast series called This Won't Hurt a Bit.
That should put you on guard.
I'm going to start listening to that.
Why?
Because it's going to be awesome.
All right, you got to, write down times of golden nuggets for us to play on our podcast. Here, we'll see what he's got to say about things.
The emergency room physician was initially skeptical when the man insisted to residents at Community Regional Medical Center, "I really want to get treated for worms," until he saw until he saw for himself the disgusting proof.
Totally disgusting.
Dude, okay, so the doctor who does this podcast is actually the guy who pulled this tapeworm out of the dude's ass.
Nice.
Holy shit. He says, I take out a toilet paper roll, wrapped around it, of course, and what looks like this giant, long tapeworm. After being unraveled, the tapeworm ended up being 5.5 feet long. The doctor recalled how the patient said he felt the worm wiggling out.
No. We're done. We're done here. No.
And felt like his guts were coming out as he sat on the toilet.
No, it's working. We're gaining listeners as you talk about giant tapeworms. Okay.
He then began to
the
remove
opposite
the worm.
of exploding testicles.
Ew, it started moving when he pulled it out.
Gross, man.
He said the man was relieved that it was a tapeworm. I guess it could be something worse.
Well, it's better than cancer.
If you're shitting blood, yeah, it could be worse.
Yeah, it's better than anal cancer. That's the worst.
CDC.
Is that on the checklist for the consent?
Not to have anal cancer?
Or tapeworms?
The Center for Disease Control and Prevention published a study last year pointing out that wild-caught salmon caught off the coast of Alaska may contain tapeworms.
Wow. You learn something new every day here at a Liberty Laugh Time, everybody. Fish can have tapeworms.
I guess this guy, he learned his lesson. He said he's not going to be eating salmon anytime soon. I just ate salmon this morning. God damn. That's not even like a joke for the show. I literally ate salmon this morning.
Well, you're going to fucking get a lot thinner, man. You're going to be a fucking lady slayer coming real soon.
Woo!
Because we're going to be planning that trip to Whore Island real soon, everybody. All right? Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys' patience when we were gone. All right? Till next week. Click that Patreon button. Clear your cookies. Do the Amazon thing. All right?
Give to our PayPal.
Yes. Give to our PayPal.
Give us 5 stars on iTunes.
All right? Stop buying Bitcoin.
It's on a decline anyways.
Actually, now's the time to buy Bitcoin, I'd say. Anyway.
That's it. Let's go.
Bye-bye.
Do it again when your feelings mended. Just tell your friends, highly fucking recommended. 2 dumb fucks, Stenny and Z, making this show so damn free. It don't cost money, I hope you think that it's funny. Oh, maybe you don't, apparently. You'll have to stay tuned to wait and see. A Liberty Laptop with Stenny and Z. Fuck you uncensored Harambe.